Got it.
We want to whistle with you.
Sisters and brothers, welcome to the 149th, I believe, virtual Catbird Cafe. We have a lot of wonderful and talented performers this evening. Got a full boat. We got 20 folks signed up. And the suggested themes are Play Outside Day, Pound Cake Day, and uh, and Grammar Day. So that's right.
I'm with you on
Things have changed since I took grammar. It's all right now to use a preposition to end a sentence with.
with.
That's
You
right.
ain't serious.
Yep.
And are okay.
Hey, Neil.
Hi, Neil.
Okay, so we're going to start off with Michelle. Uh, and the first shall be the best. And then Mike.
Not necessarily.
Ah, yes. Um, and then Mike Delaney, who says he may be late, but he was, as usual, the first one to show up.
Well, he didn't go to Pennant in the rain today.
Oh,
so.
no, it was raining. Right, okay. Would you have been arrested if you went to Pettix? Oh, no, that's not Pettix.
That's
No,
another
it was a
one.
cruise. It was a cruise.
Okay. It's a nice island. And then Phil Hunt will be here. So uh,
There's the
let's
bell.
shall we begin? And we will do that by introducing one of my favorites, and she's a lovely woman inside and out. And give it up for Michelle Abadia.
Michelle.
Go, Michelle.
Michelle.
Go, Michelle.
Oh, Michelle.
Oh
And
wow.
Spoon.
Okay. Yeah. My night is complete. Thank you, kind. Oh, good evening, fantabulous people. Let's see. I'm afraid I'm not gonna be thematic tonight, but let's see. I'd be rather mushy. So. What are you doing the rest of your life? North and south and east and west of your life. I have only one request of your life, that you spend it all with me. All the seasons and the times of your days, all the nickels and the dimes of your days. Let the reasons and the rhymes of your days all begin and end with me. I want to see your face in every kind of light, in fields of dawn and forests of the night. And when you stand before the candles on a cake, oh, let me be the one to hear the silent wish you make. Those tomorrows waiting deep in your eyes, in that world of love you keep in your eyes. I'll awaken what's asleep in your eyes. It may take a kiss or two through all of my life. Summer, winter, spring, and fall of was all my life with you.
Oh,
Superb.
Beautiful.
Man swoon.
Wow.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome. It's right.
Thank you so much. Is that Sue?
Yes.
Hi! Oh my
Hey,
gosh!
Sue.
Yay!
Hey, you are awesome.
Thank you
Who's
so
back?
much. Glad to have you back.
Oh, it's good to be here. Good to
Awesome.
be here. Thanks. Great to hear you.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Okay, let's see. What else? Okay. When the mellow moon begins to beam, every night I'll dream a little dream. And of course, Prince Charming is the theme, the he for me. Although I realize as well as you, it is seldom that a dream comes true. To me it's clear that he'll appear soon. Someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. And when he comes my way, I'll do my best to make him stay. He'll look at me and smile, I'll understand, and in a little while he'll take my hand. And though it seems absurd, I know we both won't say a word. Maybe I shall meet him Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Still I'm sure to meet him one day, maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. He'll build a little home just meant for two, from which I'll never roam. Who would you? And someone else above, I'm waiting for the man I love. Maybe I shall meet him Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Still I'm sure to meet him one day, maybe Saturday. Tonight will be my good news day. He'll build a little home just meant for two, from which I'll never, never, never roam. Would you? And so all else above, I'm waiting for the man I love.
Woo.
Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah.
That was a great version of that.
Most
I love that
fantastic.
song.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Great stuff. Michelle over here.
Is that Guys and Dolls?
That was
No,
great.
no, it's Gershwin. Gershwin.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah.
Great.
I was just wondering what show it was from.
I'll find out for you. Thank you.
Bye,
Nice.
George.
Beautiful.
I think it was Porgy and Bess.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That sounds right.
Not Porgy and Bess.
No.
No.
Three Penny Opera.
I'll check. Sorry that I didn't give that info. I'll check.
That's okay.
All right, let us know.
Need to know.
So meanwhile, we'll be moving on to Mike Delaney, followed by Phil Hunt, and at that point we'll go and visit with Jana.
Sounds good.
Okay. Hey, Mike.
Hey.
What's going on?
Go, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike.
looking well. Yes.
Thanks.
So please help us welcome back Mr. Mike Delaney.
Thank you. So I have my set has a theme, 2-song set has a theme. It's a Chris Lee set, and the first one is a Jim Polana song, and called the Father Song. And Chris said that, Chris was staying with him years back, and Chris recorded a bunch of Jim Polana songs on tape, and planned to put out an album of Jim Polana songs. I didn't quite, get it done, but and I think some of them, at least, Jim Polana doesn't remember having written. So hopefully he remembers this one, because this one's really good, the Father Song. I saw you playing checkers in the park today. The champion, you would not be denied. The fire in your eyes drove the young men to their knees, and you scorned all the old men with their absent minds. I know you'd trade your kings for what would move your legs, and you'd sell your soul for confidence in your heart. For I've seen you stand and linger by the fence in center field to watch the young boys do what you cannot. I'm glad to see you've turned the corner. You wear your age with honor, hiding from tomorrow in your yesterdays. Is there anything that I can do to help you ease the feeling to be sailing home down that old hill all the way? I've seen the way you look at all the fuzzy heads, and you turn your head with every braless maid. For it used to be that discretion was the better part of love, and you never scorned your freedoms yesterday. I'm glad to see you've turned the corner. You wear your age with honor, hiding from tomorrow in your yesterday. Is there anything that I can do to help you ease the feeling to be sailing home down that old hill all the way? The changes seem to have you talking to yourself. There's so many shades, different shades of black and black, and the things you worked your life away for are easy gotten now. And there's ashes every time that you look back. I'm glad to see you've turned the corner. You wear your age with honor, hiding from tomorrow in your yesterday. Is there anything that I can do to help you ease the feeling to be sailing home down that old hill all the way? I see you playing checkers in the park today. That's it.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah. All right. I don't even remember that song.
Yep. And the second song is by Chris. It's called Dancing Bear. He wrote it for his brother, and I'm going to try to do it justice.
Yeah.
My brother, he's a poet, clever with a pen, a drifter and a dreamer, some would claim. Weave a tale, spin a rhyme about places, things, and men, the sorrows and the joys to which he came. Take a drink to Dancing Bear, once more let him through. Just one time to cast his magic spell. Call to mind those other days, the pleasures that friends knew. Wherever you may be, I wish you well. Some of us are born to win, others born to lose. Some to play the prince and some the pawn. The fates will never tell us of the way they pick and choose. We play the role that's cast and then move on. Take a drink to Dancing Bear, once more let him through. Just one time to cast his magic spell. Call to mind those other days, the pleasures that friends knew. Wherever you may be, I wish you well. Somewhere there's a peaceful place, no one is in need, all within a fashion that is fair. There are no rich, there are no poor, no avarice or greed. Living again, I hope it will be there. Take a drink to Dancing Bear, once more let him through. Just one time to cast his magic spell. Call to mind those other days, the pleasures that friends knew. Wherever you may be, I wish you well. Take a drink to Dancing Bear, once more let him through. Just one time to cast his magic spell. Call to mind those other days, the pleasures that friends knew. Wherever you may be, I wish you well. Wherever you may be, I wish you
I love that one.
Oh, yeah. Mike Delaney
That was great, Mike.
does Chris Lee to a T. Thank you, Mike.
Perfect memory.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Maybe folks can scrape together a posthumous album of Chris Lee. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would.
Yeah, and I wonder what happened to those tapes that he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably has them because he's got a lot of stuff.
Oh, I hope they don't get lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't take them with you. So.
Nope.
But leave them with us.
Okay.
We could put them on CD or
Yeah.
record them.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can ask PJ about that.
Yep.
All right. Thanks again, Mike.
Thank you.
We're going to go next. We'll pull up Phil Hunt, and then we'll talk to Jay Nutt, then Tom Maynard, then Paul Clark. Right.
Sorry.
And here he is. And every time he comes up like that, we love to play Chinese checkers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have a collection.
I was
like
once champion of the Tri-State League and the Lesser Antilles. So,
Is that true?
no, that's PG Fields line.
Okay. All right.
I think he's talking about beanbag, actually.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, let's put them together for the one and only Phil.
Good luck.
There you go.
Well, I'm off theme as usual, but because we're right on the edge of it, even though it might not seem it today, this is called Springtime by the late great Ian Tyson. I'm sure you all know we lost him a couple of months ago, but he had a good long run, and right on. Bald eagles back in the cottonwood trees. The old brown hills are just about bare. Springtime sign all along the creek. Magpies ganging up everywhere. Sunshine warm on the eastern slope. March came in like a lamb for a change. Gary's pulling calves at the old stampede. Made it through another in the northern range. Lonnie's pulling calves at the top of the world. Made it through another in the northern range. Well, the big Chinook flew in last week, strong and warm from the western sea. Pretty soon water running everywhere, heck, it couldn't run enough for me. Brood mare sleeping in the afternoon sun, shedding hair everywhere, time for a change. George is pulling calves at the T-Bar Y, made it through another in the northern range. Waddy's pulling calves at the Little E, made it through another in the northern range. Larry's pulling calves at the Circle S, made it through another in the northern range. Gene's pulling calves at the Horseshoe Bar, made it through another in the northern range. Bald eagles back in the cottonwood trees, the old brown hills are just about bare. Of course, that's springtime out in the Canadian Rock.
Right.
But they feel it.
Hey, Phil.
That's
Phil, do you have original sound on?
In the upper left corner. Up.
Original sound for musicians.
Is everybody else's video messing up like really bad?
No.
Shrinking?
No, the video was okay.
Yeah, the guitar was a little dicey.
Yeah, which is probably original sound.
It froze. It froze before too with the.
Oh,
No,
It froze every now and then.
I've been shrinking
so
for
it would
years.
be in the very upper left-hand corner of your Zoom screen.
You see a little
Original
green,
sound, the little green shield.
I see the little green shield.
Click on that.
Yeah, and what does it
Does it?
say? It says
Does it
meeting
say
ID. Is there something I should
You want to back out
Original
of that,
sound for
Phil.
musicians.
Phil, back out of that. That's the dialogue for the session. So next to it, though, if it doesn't say original sound for musicians : on, in between the green shield and the live, red live thing.
Yeah, it says
need
remove spotlight.
Yeah, no, what you want is you want to. I don't know if we want to walk you through setting up your sound options there. If you go down to the bottom left-hand corner next to the mute button, there's a little up arrow.
Yep.
Click on the up arrow.
Yeah.
And now you should see a menu, and at the bottom of the menu is audio settings.
Yep.
Click on that.
Yep.
Now you should have a dialog box, and about 2/3 of the way down should be a setting for turning on original sound for musicians.
Oh, let me see. I see. Automatically adjust microphone volume.
Under that is audio profile, and
Yeah.
then there's Zoom optimized audio, which is probably checked for you. And then under that is original sound for musicians, which you want to click on.
Thank you.
Okay.
And once you've done that, you close out of the dialog box, and then up in your upper left-hand corner next to that green shield, you should see original sound for musicians : off.
Yes, it's there.
Okay, click on the words, and it should change it to from off to on.
It says it's disabled.
Yeah, that's right.
Huh?
Do I want it
So it just turned off your sound optimization. So, but up in the upper left-hand corner, you should see it now. Say original sound for musicians : on.
It is.
You're set then.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds better already.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It was a masterpiece of clarity.
Yeah, that's how we keep him around, Tom.
I hope that first song was not entirely lost, but
No, it was fine.
I was just showing off. That's the extent of my computer knowledge. So since I knew that, I wanted to show that off.
Oh, was that Bob?
I used to get a kick out of Dilbert, the comic strips views on computers in the office, but I guess we won't be seeing much of Dilbert anymore.
I guess not.
Now, this song I heard from the Kingston Trio. When I was very young, I heard the Kingston Trio, and I thought, oh, that's great. I want to do that someday. And of course, as the years passed, I realized there was a lot more to what we call folk music than that, although I'm grateful to them for the introduction, and I know a lot of other people who feel the same way. But this was written by a lady named Jane Bowers from San Antonio, Texas, who was a songwriter and folk singer down there, and from what I've read, the trio befriended her, and it's called Remember the Alamo. Now, I know that in the 12 years or so between 1835 and 1847, Mexico lost probably more than half of its territory to an aggressive expansionist United States. I mean, California, Texas, and what we call our whole Southwest was once part of Mexico. Before that, it had been part of New Spain. But that's all by the way. I'm going to do Remember the Alamo, and this is the version the Kingston Trio did, and I believe it's the version Jane Bower wrote. There were other lyric versions that I've heard, but I like this one the best. 180 were challenged by Travis to die by a line that he drew with his sword when the battle was nigh. The man who would fight till the death crossed over, but he that would live better fly. And over that line went 179. High up Santa Ana, we're killing your soldiers below, so the rest of Texas will know. And remember the Alamo. Jim Bowie lay dying, his powder was ready and dry. Flat on his back, Bowie killed him a few in reply. Young Davy Crockett was smiling and laughing, the tally grew fierce in his eye. For Texas and freedom, no man was more willing to die. High up Santa Ana, we're killing your soldiers below, so the rest of Texas will know. And remember the Alamo. Courier said the battle was bloody and loud. The letters they sent to their wives and their sweethearts were proud. Grieve not, little darling, my dying, if Texas is sovereign and free, we'll never surrender and ever will liberty be. High up Santa Ana, we're killing your soldiers below, so the rest of Texas will know. And remember the Alamo.
Good stuff.
It's loaded with historical inaccuracies, but it makes me think a little of the broadside ballads that were written in earlier times. One that really comes to mind immediately is Brave Wolf, about General James Wolfe at Quebec, the song that Ian and Sylvia did in one of their early albums. It's a version of a battle that just takes great liberties with things. And anyway, I don't think Jane Bowers wrote this as a broadside ballad, but it really does bear similarities to them. That's my story.
I'll buy that.
Do it, and thank you.
All right, Phil Hunt.
Thanks, Phil Hunt. Good to see you again.
Yeah, and while we're talking about falsities and stuff, we understand that Davy Crockett, it wasn't like it was in the movie, in the Disney movie. That Davy actually threw down old Betsy and gave up, and later was executed.
Well, you see him in the Billy Bob Thornton version. You see him. He's been obviously been captured, whether he was overcome or not, and he's executed the next morning. But it was no quarter certainly, but we can't know. I was thinking that from the survivors that there were some women and slaves that were in the Alamo that were able to relate some of the things that happened there, and it was a pest hole. I mean, everybody was sick, and I was going to say dysentery had run its course, and I thought, but enough of that scatological stuff. Let's move on. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
All right, we're going to go out to Israel and talk to Jay Nutt. Then it'll be Tom Maynard, Paul Clark, and Rich Barrett. If Rich is here.
Wait a minute. Jay Nutt just said she's back, but she's playing with her camera and probably shunted her to the nether regions of the screen. Oh, okay. So we just have to find her, but there she is.
She's right there. Yeah.
That's no problem.
Hi there.
Hi, how you doing?
Not bad.
Wow,
We found you.
I have to leave breadcrumbs.
Right.
Yeah. Good old Davy Crockett. Kathy was a friend of Fess Parker's, who played Davy Crockett in the Disney movies.
Really?
And, yeah.
I used to love that movie when I was a kid.
Oh, me too. I loved it.
I loved it too. Yeah.
I had a
And my
fringe
t-shirt,
jacket.
my cap.
Yeah, I had a coonskin cap too.
Yeah.
I didn't go that far.
And I had a Red Ryder
BB gun.
BB gun. Yep. That was nice.
My parents wouldn't let me play with guns.
You didn't shoot your eye out?
No. You beat me to it.
No, well, the truth be known, there was a little bar. They put a little bar across the barrel there, so you couldn't really shoot BBs with it. It was an air rifle, therefore. But what we learned is that if you mixed up some water and mud and a few little pebbles into a mortar and just stuck them in the barrel there, you could have a little version of buckshot.
Love will find a way.
Yes. So what else is
Cute,
new?
Phil, cute.
Well, they see the two of them together, of Fess and Kathy, and he's very tall, and she's not very tall, and she came right up to fly level on him, and
With heels on.
with heels, yeah.
With
He was a tall man.
very tall man. Very nice man. Very kind.
How old were you, Janet, before you left America?
I've been in Israel since 72.
72. Okay, I guess that's what I needed to know. Yeah. Well, gee, you missed a lot, and not a lot of it was good.
She's been
I'm not sure. I was there I was there for the 60s.
There you go. All right. You sure? Did you do LS?
You voted for McGovern and then got out of the town.
I graduated UMass in 70.
Amherst?
Boston.
Okay.
When it was still considered instant Harvard.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes, they were just starting, and all of the lecturers were moonlighting from Harvard because they were part-time at Harvard.
Cool. All right.
Didn't know that.
Bob, is that when you were DJing there?
I knew people who were, but I did.
Bob Uvello used to.
What? Yeah. What years? were
What
those?
year?
Uh,
I'm sorry?
She graduated in 70, so
Yeah. Oh no, my show was way after that.
Oh, okay.
well, if there's nothing else,
The country is still here, but we don't know for how long yet.
yeah, yeah, there are many parallels between Israel and America these days.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, hang in.
Yeah, we're with you, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at the concert.
Well,
Or I'll watch the recording.
Yes, that's what I meant, I guess. And we'll talk more about that concert later. All right, let's move on. Thank you, my dear.
on to Tom.
Yes, we've got Tom Maynard, Paul Clark, and Rich Barrett coming up, I think. And then we'll talk to Sue Sean.
Hello, Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
Hey, Tom,
There
before
we-
you start, may I ask you a question? Is
You
it
may
okay?
ask me anything, Kathy.
Oh, thank you.
Ah.
Because John's a bit under the weather, could I make you co-host just in case the weather knocks us out, or we've got a lot of wind here and stuff? So.
Oh, sure, for sure.
Yeah, we don't want the weather to knock us out, especially if John's under it.
Ouch.
All right, ladies and germs, let's hear it for the magnificent Tom Maynard.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's always such a pleasure to be here. I'm just not going to even worry about the theme tonight. I'm going to do a Jackson Browne tune and then an original. This is called For a Dancer. Keep a fire burning in your eye. Pay attention to the open sky. You never know what will be coming down. I don't remember losing track of you. You're always dancing in and out of view. I must have thought you'd always be around. Always keeping things real by playing the clown. Now you're nowhere to be found. Don't know what happens when people die. Can't seem to grasp it as hard as I try. It's like a song I can hear playing right in my ear that I can't sing. Can't help listening. Can't help feeling stupid standing round, crying as they ease you down. 'Cause I know you'd rather we were dancing, dancing our sorrow away. Right on dancing, no matter what fate chooses to play. Just do the steps that you've been shown by everyone you've ever known, until the dance becomes your very own, no matter how close to yours another steps have grown. In the end, there's one dance you'll do alone. Keep a fire for the human race. a better world is drawing near. Just as easily it could all disappear, along with whatever meaning you might have found. Don't let the uncertainty turn you around. Go on and make a joyful sound. Into a dancer you have grown, from a seed somebody else has thrown. Go on and throw some seeds of your own, and somewhere between the time you arrive and the time you go may lie a reason you were alive, but you'll never know.
Nice.
Love that song.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Listen, Tom, we had to strain to hear your vocals. Usually your vocals is either turn down your guitar or turn up your mic.
I can do that.
Excellent.
heard him just fine.
We didn't.
We heard him. We heard him.
Well, you were probably listening more carefully. But
Somebody please
Was.
original
I
sound.
was going a little low there, which meant that the mic had to strain a little bit, I think. So.
Ah, swoon.
It was definitely swoonling.
Yeah, it was winnable.
So this is one of mine. This is called "Listen to the Trees." Nestled among the roots, sitting with trees, I can hear the music, branches dancing in the breeze. I can feel the leaves drinking in the sun. They're so green I taste it, and it's only just begun. Forest family, moss and mushroom, brush and creeper, all entwined, talking, listening, helping, holding, floor to canopy, aligned. Listen to the trees. Although I'm deep inside this life surrounding me, I see myself as separate, exiled by my history. Yearning to be one, searching for a way to come back together, we might hear what they would say. Forest family, grass and lichen, beech and birch and oak combined, embracing, feeding, nurturing, healing, all the web of life in kind. Listen to the trees. Ancient knowledge, past for centuries, secrets shared and ripe to find. Sacred mother, all her children, how could we ever leave them behind? And we must never leave them behind. Listen to the trees. Listen to the trees.
Nice. Listen
love
to
that.
Tom Maynard.
Yeah.
Big song. Big song.
Thanks so much.
Great stuff. Thank you. All right. Now, let's go out to Great Britain and see what Paul Clark is up to. Maybe you can tell us why Britain's so great.
Politics, basically.
Okay. Wait,
I
where
got
was?
him. I got him. There we go. Spotlight.
There you are.
Right.
How are you, Paul?
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Right, I'm not going to do the theme either, I'm afraid. I have
All right.
a theory how you can be sure that you can find songs with a theme, and that is because apparently anybody can set up one of these days, gerbil nobble your way to great power and such like day.
Yeah.
All you have to do is say that a certain day is that, and get onto the PR people and such like. If you get it into the calendars, it becomes it. So if you can think up something like that fits into a song you already do and wait for 6 months before it to be accepted, you can then be sure that it will come up in the theme at some point, and then you can do your song, which is miles away.
Very clever.
Very good.
Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Paul Clark.
Okay, this first one's unaccompanied by Pete Atkin and Clive James, a favourite writing duo of mine. Outside the restaurant where we used to see each other, eye to eye and knee to knee, the colder weather keeps our table free. If I was there, I know you wouldn't be, but no one else is either, so they won't miss you and me. It's just a place where you and I once met, with nothing to get over or forget. The warmer weather filled the open air, with half a funfair, half a thoroughfare, and you leaned back in laughter with your lovely shoulders bare. An empty table where we were face to face, it was our go-between, the air above it was our breathing space, and now the rain has washed it clean. Where we broke bread, not a fragment to be seen, not a crumb, not a trace of crust, just an empty table. One empty table more than I ever bargained for. There were crowds who came to watch the river, while we watched them as if they'd be there forever. I can't forget all that. As I walked past, I try to underplay the overcast by calling solitude my great romance, and being glad no one can see me glance at an empty table, or see the glance become a stare, or the stare become a trance. But crowds are always melting in the cold, in that respect the opposite of ice. While folding chairs, well, what they do is fold. They do it once, and yes, they can do it twice, and they will soon be back if we're together when it's warm enough to sit outside again, and all the world flows by, not just the solitary men who stop as if they see themselves when they were not alone, and then they see us looking back and walk away. Outside the restaurant where we used to see each other, eye to eye and knee to knee, the colder weather keeps our table free.
Oh,
All right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too sad. Yeah.
That's very moving.
James does melancholy very well. So.
Okay.
There's other ones in a rather different vein, really. This is written by a friend of mine, Brian Hooper, who's a great songwriter from around here, and has been connected with the Folksall for nearly 50 years or so, and had a Purple Patch songwriting about 15 years ago. And this is one called "When Hippos Battle in the Mud." When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who pay the price. They're only small amphibians, but they don't need telling twice. They always know what's coming when they hear the hippos grunt. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who bear the brunt. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who bear the brunt. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who pay the price. But when hippo parties want your vote, they'll offer you something nice. You can pay less tax or keep your job. The choice is up to you. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs they really screw. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs they really screw. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who pay the price. But if you want to be top grocer, then use this strange device. Bog off, they'll say, we're giving it away, though the farmers may go bust. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who bite the dust. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who bite the dust. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who pay the price. But even hippos care when polar bears run out of ice. Though there's still coal out in the west and oil still in the east. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who count the least. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who count the least. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who pay the price. But if it were not for the frogs, they'd lose their paradise. The food chain would be broken, the ecosystem done, and all of their hypocrisy will burn up in the sun. And all of their hypocrisy will burn up in the sun. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who pay the price. They're only small amphibians, but they don't need telling twice. They always know what's coming when they hear the hippos grunt. When hippos battle in the mud, it's the frogs who bear the brunt. When hippos battle in the mud. It's the frogs who bear the brunt when hippos battle in the mud.
That's great.
That's
Absolutely.
wonderful.
That's a really great song.
Political overtones to that, perhaps. And a quick question: what's the purple patch?
Oh, it means when you have a particularly good period of time in doing creative and such like that.
Okay.
I think it's a literary phrase of some sort, but
Well, I wouldn't know, but
I like it. We'll have
thank
to-
you.
Brian's day job, he was an admin officer for the probation service in Hampshire. And his opposite number in a neighbouring county, who he used to meet fairly often, was a guy called Mike Verrar, who was the son of the man who founded the Samaritans, which is like a charity for people considering suicide. Verrar had this amazing treasury of pithy phrases that summed up quite complicated situations in very colourfully, and it was his phrase about when hippos battle in the mud. It's the frog. Which is what
it was great.
Yeah, it's a great song. You come up with such great. We here across the pond have rarely heard any of the songs that you do, and it's really refreshing. I appreciate it.
It was a policy of mine when I started singing, actually, to sing interesting songs, because although I couldn't sing all that well back then, I knew people would listen to it because they were interesting, and so it proved.
Absolutely.
Yes, proved well.
Good idea.
All right. Hands together, please, for Paul.
Great to see you again, Paul.
All right, we got Rich Barrett coming up next. Rich says, I might be on the road again, so I may be on my phone in a rest area. Wondering if that is the case. After that, we'll talk to Sue, Sean, then Karen Sauer, then Jade. There he is. Nope, he looks home.
Doesn't look like he's in a rest area.
We can't hear you, Rich.
You're commutated.
No, he's not there.
Now?
Closer to the mic. Go, because we can't hear you really.
Yeah.
Barely.
Barely. Do you have your original sound on?
Yes, oh, no, hold on.
The mic on?
Yeah, it might be using the webcam mic.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Not a whole lot
Still
better.
quiet. You're still quiet. We hear you, but you're quiet.
You're well enough to answer the question.
Tap that mic.
Tap it.
Tap the mic, because I think you're using a different mic than you think you are. Yeah, that's not the
it's
mic
not
you're
on.
using.
It's not on.
If you go to your audio settings, you see you should be able to change your mic up.
Tap the webcam.
Taking me to chat.
now
Once again, you're amazing. You're worth your weight in gold.
Now it's on again.
So just if you go down to the bottom and you hit the little arrow next to the microphone,
Yep.
you get a menu, and at the top of it will be select a microphone, and you'll see which one is checked, but it's not the one you think it is.
There's built-in microphone, internal microphone.
Yeah, it's using your computer microphone. Is your other microphone listed there?
Little USB one.
Yeah, it should be like a USB codec or something.
Says built-in input line in. Wait, I got a little amplifier here, but
Yeah, you're using the computer microphone at the moment.
So sync to the computer. That's all we do is use the computer microphone, and you hear us.
Well, they vary in quality, though.
Okay.
Can I suggest that you create a breakout room and Tom and Richard go into it and sort that out, and then put someone else on, and then he can come back when it's correct.
I didn't know there was such a
What
thing
a
as
brilliant
a
idea.
breakout room.
I don't know how to do that, though.
Tom, do you know how to do that?
So at the bottom, next to the record button, there's something called breakout rooms. And when you click on that, you should get a dialog box, and you can say create a number of breakout rooms. You just say one there.
Wait a minute now. You say at the bottom?
At the bottom, next to the record button, between the record button and the reaction button, is there a breakout rooms choice?
Way down the bottom.
No. Reactions and then apps. And then whiteboard.
It's not set up in your profile.
I'm seeing breakout rooms here. So here, let me see. I might be able to do it.
You're co-host. You can probably do it.
I might be able to do it. Hold on. Rich, do you see at the bottom of your screen, do you see something called breakout rooms?
No. Nor me either.
Okay, well, let me create one here. And it's going to just be called...
Can you hear me now?
About the same.
Yeah, you're still really soft.
Sounds off mic.
Okay, so now down below, do you see a... Geez, it created a breakout room for everybody.
Ah.
How odd is that?
Purpose.
Well, you can't get more broken out than that.
Oh, here we are. No. Let's see. Join. So,
right,
Rich, do you see breakout rooms at the bottom now?
Tom, I had to go to the 3 dots that say more before
Okay.
I could see breakout rooms. But I see it now.
Okay, so if you see 3 dots down there, Rich. No?
It says more under the 3 dots.
I think only the hosts can see that.
Yeah, Rich wouldn't be able to do anything about a breakout room.
All right. Well, I mean, if the rooms are there, okay, hold on.
But usually you get assigned to one, I think.
All right, let me see if I can.
The host has to set one up and name it and then send an invite.
Yes, that's right.
All right, I just assigned you to room 1. Can you see it now?
Join breakout room.
Say join, go ahead and join it. I'm going to join it too, and we'll be on the other side.
You all come back now.
They're in another dimension.
Yeah. All right, so we'll
Don't
skip
laugh.
past.
The first time I got put in a breakout room, there was supposed to be 2 other people in it who never showed up, and I didn't know how to get out of it.
Well, they are both there now.
Oh.
At least they're out of here. So
Right. All right, so let's we'll come back to Rich after Tom gets him working okay, and that means we go on to Karen Sauer now.
Woohoo!
Right.
Okay.
Hey, Karen.
Thank you.
Here she is.
I do have something on theme, but I'm going to play it second. First, I'm going to play Out on the Myra for Chris.
All right, let us have a round of applause for Karen.
Let's hear it. Karen Sauer.
This is Out on the Myra. It sounds like a traditional song, but it was written in 1973 by Alistair McGillivray. Out on the Myra on warm afternoons, old men go fishing with black line and spoon, and if they catch nothing, they never complain. I wish I was with them again. As boys in their boats call to girls on the shore, teasing the ones that they dearly adore. And into the evening the courting begins. I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasures it brings. Out on the Myra on soft summer nights, bonfires blaze to the children's delight. They dance round the flames, singing songs with their friends. I wish I was with them again. over the ashes the stories are told of witches and werewolves and old island gold. The stars on the river, they sparkle and spin, and I wish I was with them again. Out on the Myra, the people are kind. They treat you to homebrew and help you unwind. And if you come broken, they'll see that you mend, and I wish I was with them again. And thus I conclude with a wish you go well, sweet be your dreams and your happiness swell. I'll leave you here for my journey begins. I'm going to be with them again. I'm going to be with them again.
Charming. Yeah.
Great talent.
Looks like you have an Army fatigue shirt on there.
Oh no, it's just one of my husband's old shirts that I like. Was the balance okay?
Yes, yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay, so that was for Chris. I miss him.
Yeah.
And John, Mike, what you did was really lovely. Those two songs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I wrote a song about grammar, and it's about. This is especially for Stephen because this song is about the singular they. As you may or may not know, is used by non-binary people as their pronoun, as they do not consider themselves to be men or women. Yeah, so that's about all I have to say about this, I guess. They is among us, they is here to stay. Even Merriam-Webster likes the singular they. They's a pronoun for the non-binary, those who are neither he nor she. Maybe it don't sound grammarly, but grammar ain't what it used to be. If you find they perturbin', it might be less disturbin' if you use it with a plural verb. Now listen here for the genderqueer. Those times are tough, but it's easy enough for yous to take the pronoun they choose to be. 'Cause grammar ain't what it used to be. They is among us, they's here to stay. Even Merriam-Webster likes the singular they. They's a pronoun for the non-binary, those who are neither he nor she. Maybe it don't sound grammarly, but grammar ain't what it used to be. Now let's talk about Ms. Way back in the 20th century, we said grammar's not the boss of me. We decided it was no one's biz if a gal ain't married or if she is. Some still don't get it, but there it is. Most of us got used to Ms. It's even in the OED, 'cause grammar ain't what it used to be. They is among us, they's here to stay. Even Merriam-Webster likes the singular they. They's a pronoun for the non-binary, those who are neither he nor she. Maybe it don't sound grammarly, but grammar ain't what it used to be. Now, let's look further back or farther back. I don't know which one it is. I am I, and we are we. You're you, but you didn't used to be. Until the 19th century, you were known as thou and thee. That's how it was in history, but grammar ain't what it used to be. They is among us, they's here to stay. Even Merriam-Webster likes the singular they. They's a pronoun for the non-binary, those who are neither he nor she. Maybe it don't sound grammarly, but grammar ain't what it used to be. Maybe it don't sound grammarly, but they is part of my family, and love trumps grammar any day. That's why I use the singular they.
Awesome. Awesome.
Great
Awesome.
song. I am soundly chastised.
I forgot to mention that I forgot I was going to say that I was going to say I finished it this afternoon, except that I didn't finish it. It's not done. So, anyway, that's for now.
So it's a work in progress. All right.
It's a work in progress. Are you convinced?
It's a great song, and I'll try. I mean, it's absurd, but what isn't? So, thank you, Ms. Karen Sauer.
Yeah, that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Very, very good one.
Yeah, they is great.
All right, now is Tom? It looks like Tom and Rich are back.
Yeah, I think Rich should be ready. Should be okay.
All right, so let's try Rich again then.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Can you hear the guitar too?
Yeah, hear that well. Yeah.
Well, give it a shot.
All right, let's give it up then.
Rich Barrett.
I think this fits the go outside and play. Well, I think it's fine building jumbo planes or taking a ride on a cosmic train. Switch on summer from a slot machine. Just get what you want to if you want, 'cause you can get anything. I know we've come a long way, we're changing day to day. But tell me, where do the children play? Roll on roads over fresh green grass for your lorry loads, pumping petrol gas, and you make them long and you make them tough, but they just go on, and it seems like you can't get off. I know we've come a long way, we're changing day to day. When you crack the sky, scrapers fill the air, and you keep on building higher till there's no more room up there. Will you make us laugh? Will you make us cry? Will you tell us when to live? Will you tell us when to die? I know we've come a long way, changing day to day. Tell me, where do the children play?
All right.
All right. Cat Stevens' song, otherwise known as Yusuf what?
Islam.
Islam, right. Thank you.
I don't think I've ever played this one. It's a Pink Floyd song, Mother. Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb? Mother, do you think they'll like this song? Mother, do you think they'll try to break my balls? Ah, mother, should I build a wall? Mother, should I run for president? Mother, should I trust the government? Mother, will they put me in the firing line? Ah, is it just a waste of time? Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna make all your nightmares come true. Mama's gonna put all her fears into you. Mama's gonna keep you right here under her wing. She might let you fly, but she might let you sing. Mama's gonna keep baby cozy and warm. Ooh, babe. Ooh, babe. Ooh, babe. Mother built the wall. Mother, do you think she's good enough for me? Mother, do you think she's dangerous to me? Mother, will she tear your little boy apart? Ah, mother, will she break my heart? Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna check out all your girlfriends for you. Mama won't let anyone dirty get through. Mama will wait up until you get in. Mama will always find out where you've been. Mama's gonna keep baby healthy and clean. Ooh, babe. Ooh, babe. Ooh, babe, you'll always be a baby to me. Mother, you need to be so high.
Great.
Good job, Rick.
Well done.
Really
Rich Barrett, ladies and gentlemen.
Barrett. Good.
Great choices.
Yes.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you.
And thank you, Tom Maynard, for
Yes, thank you, Tom.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a valuable man.
he is.
I think that's the best your sound's been, Rich. That was
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah.
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 Sounded real good.
Now don't forget that stuff. Whatever it was he told you.
Yeah. Keep your settings.
Yeah. All right, Sushan, where art thou?
Yes, here I be.
Where?
She is.
That's not her,
Wait a
that's
minute,
us.
That's us. I did that
Damn.
wrong.
That's they.
We'll get there.
There we go. Well, now wait a minute.
Yeah, Martin Buber wrote a book that I read way back, I think in high
What you
school,
doing?
called I
Can
and
you hear
Thou.
me? hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now and see you.
Oh,
You're frozen.
well, what
Looking
happened?
well.
Yeah, I thought everybody else froze except me. Doing well, doing well.
She keeps freezing.
Doing well.
Got the action, recovering well. My knees are recovering well. I'm driving and everything and doing well.
Yeah, you walking around. Are you still using your walker?
No, never.
Oh,
I only
good.
used it in rehab. I didn't even need it at home.
Good for you.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
You're a trooper.
I'm driving and everything's fine.
Wow.
Outstanding. It's
Yeah.
only been a couple of weeks, right? Since.
It's been a little over a month since the
Oh,
surgery, but I've been
okay.
driving for about a week.
That's fantastic.
Congratulations. I'm so glad.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go, girl. That is good news.
Yeah, it's a really good recovery, really speedy recovery.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
lucky.
and you're looking well.
Thank
look
you.
great.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no song tonight.
Okay.
I haven't been singing. My voice is really rusty and I haven't been singing and feeling all that great. So I'm going to pass on the song. But
All right. Yeah, I'm not
otherwise
going to sing
doing
yours
well.
tonight.
Well, thank goodness
Good.
we're here, and it's good to see you again.
It's wonderful to be here. I had so much trouble with my computer at the same time. It's
Yeah.
really been weird. And it goes off and comes back, and I can't even use the codes now. I don't know how to get in to use the, my ID number and the passcode.
Oh,
So I
geez.
can't get into meetings. I can't get into music unless I have a direct link. And I don't know, so certain icons and things, everything's changed. Everything's gone.
Maybe you should go into a breakout room with Tom.
Yeah.
He's gonna start. He's gonna start
maybe.
charging that.
He's gonna charge us.
Yeah, for a small fee.
Very
Small
strange.
fee.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, I can always send you the direct link like we did today. So.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sue.
All right. Thank you, Sue. We love you.
Love you, girl.
Thanks a lot. Love you too. Love to see everybody. Be here.
Great to see you.
Love to be here.
All right.
Hey, Dawn.
Now is Jade. It is Marianne Sullivan, another of our, and Marianne Sullivan's ceiling.
Yep. Nice
It looks
ceiling.
pretty much like any other ceiling. There we go.
There it is.
All right. Now we can see Jade and Marianne's hair and one of her eyes. Hi there.
Okay, we got you now. Okay.
But you may
And,
have to move over just.
Oh, let me move.
And Jade, you're going to sing tonight, right?
Yeah, she signed up.
Yeah.
Great. Good news.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I can only speak for myself. How are you doing?
All right. Kathy, how about you and your wrist?
It's coming along. I'm not using the splint very much anymore. This is just a compression sleeve. It's really not much, but it feels good.
Okay.
And driving again, and it's really coming along well. I went to OT this week, and they said you're ahead of schedule for recovery. So
She's religiously doing her workouts on it 4 times a day, you know, and
doing
It's good, and that's the way it should be. When I broke my wrist, my therapist, I don't know if yours has said to you, your physical therapist, she goes, "Oh, you're doing really well." I said, "Well, I've done what you asked me to do," and she said, "You can't believe how many people come in that they don't do any of the exercises."
I'm sure it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens a lot, and
Yeah.
they expect to get better without doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, it hurt, or oh, it I didn't have time, or oh, whatever. But no, you got to go through it. You got to do
You
it.
got
or
to
it's
do
not
it if
gonna
you
get
want to
better.
get anywhere with it. Yeah.
that's
Good
right.
for you.
No, thanks. Thanks
Yeah.
for asking, Jade.
Goes for any kind of therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then, ladies and germs, put your hands together for Jade.
Jade.
Okay, thanks. I didn't get to do anything. This is called "I Saw the Angels Fly," and I'll do it in memory of Chris Lee. saw the angels fly, and I heard the heavens cry for you, for you, for you. I saw the clouds roll by, and I saw the stars that died for you, for you, for you. What else could they do? They felt the loss of you. I saw the angels fly, and I heard the heavens cry for you, for you, for you. They felt the loss of you. And I feel it too. I saw the angels fly.
It's a great song.
Beautiful. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Thank you. And Libel, you gotta stay back.
Oh, sorry.
He nudged my guitar in the middle of it. I think he likes whatever.
It's your animal magnetism.
Yeah, that's about the only kind of magnetism I have.
Oh, I'm attracted to you.
You should see somebody about that. All right, so this will be just a mashup of the phrase "How to Save a Life in Drops of Jupiter." I didn't do the themes. I have no time to write anything new lately, so I hardly ever can go along with any of the themes. But anyways. Step one, she says you need to talk. After all, it's just a talk. She smiles politely back at you. You stare politely right on through. Some sort of window to your right. As she goes left and you stay right. Between the lines of fear and blame, you begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend. Somewhere alone in the bitterness. I'd have stayed up with you all night. Had I known how to save a life. Had I known how to save a life. Heard she's back in the atmosphere with drops of Jupiter in her hair. Hey, hey, hey. She acts like summer and she walks like rain. Reminds me that there's still time to change. Hey, hey. Since her return from the stay on the moon, she listens like spring and she talks like June. Hey, hey, hey. Tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it to the Milky Way to see the lights all faded? Is that heaven over faded. Tell me, did you fall for a shooting star? One without a permanent scar? And did you miss me while you're looking for yourself out there? Her cheese back in the atmosphere with drops of Jupiter in her hair. Hey, hey, hey. Drops of Jupiter by Train.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, Jade.
That's Jade, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jade. And Marianne is
Yes.
still there. Yep, there she is. That's too bad about the eagle.
I know, Zach said they tried so hard to resuscitate him with no luck at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it was just too late when they
Yeah.
got her. She couldn't
Yeah.
recover.
Folks, tell your friends, don't use rodenticides.
We've been
No.
fighting, well, I haven't, but Katrina and and Zach have been fighting for the legislation to change. They got so far,
Yeah.
but they still need to get a little further. But the good thing that came of it was that group in Arlington really was all over the news too the day after and holding a demonstration and stuff. So hopefully there's more awareness out there now. And I think
Yes.
every channel picked it up, especially after after he passed,
Yeah.
and told about the rodenticide and had the people on it from Arlington.
Yeah.
So
And
hopefully
also,
that will help.
folks, contact your representatives and senators and tell them that you don't want any more rat poison, because all these species, we're all in the web of life, and we're all interconnected and interdependent, and you can't. What you do to one species affects other species around it. That's just the way it is.
It does
No
because
more
it can.
rat.
Oh, I'm sorry. It
No,
can affect your own pets because should, God forbid, your dog or your cat or something pick up an animal and it gets the blood on them, you don't know if they could, get sick. And
That's
it's
right.
just not a very nice death. I mean, they just cannot clot. They just bleed.
We lost our cat
Internally.
Billy.
Is that right?
What?
Somebody, who
It ate,
was
it
that?
ate rat poison from across the street.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. There's
It's
no need
awful.
for it.
No, there is no need for it.
These beautiful raptors, owls, hawks, eagles, they eat more rodents than rodenticide can kill. So then you're killing the raptors that are going to kill the rats you want to get rid of.
That's right. The eagles are coming back finally, so don't take away their rats.
Yeah, we've had a lot of hawks that have had it over the past several years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and owls too. You've seen plenty of owls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it seemed like more hawks that we had gotten in that had it than the owls, but it just it's terrible.
Interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
And folks, for those of you, I was going to talk about this during the Catbird Wildlife Center promotion, but if any of you didn't see it, and folks who aren't local to New England probably didn't see it, there was there's a breeding pair, a very successful breeding pair of bald eagles that was living along the Mystic River area up in north of Boston, and they had had several sets of babies, and they were a very successful breeding pair and very well known. They'd been banded and they'd been watched and taken care of, not taken care of, but watched and observed for years, several years. And that's the female eagle is the one we're talking about that was found on the ground in a parking lot, unable to fly, almost unable to walk, and so it was picked up by I think the ACO in the area, brought to New England Wildlife Center, then brought it to the Cape Wildlife where the expertise resided, and they did their best. They gave it the best possible care, but the poor thing was just too sick, and she couldn't get well, and everybody at the center was devastated. But so that's the story behind it. And as Marianne pointed out, the the story was all over the local news here, newspapers and television stations and radio.
National TV
and,
too.
and national. So
Right.
the horrible situation at least was used to raise awareness of that we've got to stop using this stuff. And locally, if you would write to or call your state representative's office and tell them you support the bill to ban rodenticides, the more support that the voters give, the more likely they are to pass the bill.
And while you're on a roll here, this is a segue that should not be ignored. How can people help out, Kathy?
Yes. How can people help out? Well, the best way to help is, as we were just talking about, the tremendous work of the New England Wildlife Center and Cape Wildlife. The easiest way to help out, in addition to writing to or calling your state representative, is to go to newildlife.org and hit the donate button and give whatever you can. And then if you don't like the idea of making an online donation, it's very easy to send a check to New England Wildlife Center, 500 Columbian Street in South Weymouth, Massachusetts, 02190. And that was the story for today, this very sad story of that beautiful, beautiful eagle. Yeah. And if you're, as I suggested, if you are following New England Wildlife Center and or Cape Wildlife on Facebook, you can see some pictures of the just stunning creature that wasn't able to be saved. So anyway.
And I think there's a thing on Facebook, if you keep scrolling down, it will also tell you how to contact somebody, I'm pretty sure, in one of those articles too.
There was something, yes, Marianne, and it even I think it even listed the number of the bill.
I think so.
I can't remember the name or the number of it.
No, but
no,
legislature, and it
It's
needs
usually
to get,
HB something.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you very much, Jade.
Thank you.
Marianne, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Now we're going to check in with Bob Uvello, and then we're going to talk to Beverly Dixon, who is the president of the Bob Uvello's fan club. And then we'll go from Cowboys to Indians and talk to Jay Cunningham. So our performer here, when he's not out throwing the hula hand, he's writing and singing songs for us. I think he's ready. Bob, you ready?
I'm yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good. Give it up, folks.
Record?
Yes.
Please.
Absolutely. 1 second. Okay.
And give it up for Cowboy Bob Uvello.
Yeah.
This is called The Time of Dying Giants. I live in a time of dying giants. New ones will come, they never will be mine. In these days of dying giants, soon the cold winter wind will pound at my door. Still I won't call it in, but I'm not sure. I still believe in springtime. In these days of dying giants, I live in a time of fallen heroes. New ones will rise. For me, they'll amount to zero. In these days of fallen heroes. Soon the days will turn dark, long before the nightfall. Oh, but I still keep a light on, but I'm not sure. I want to see into the shadows in these days of fallen heroes.
Yeah.
Shades of Fallen Shines. Great song.
Great song.
Thank you. Thank you. Does feel that way these days.
Certainly does.
How was the balance between the guitar and the vocals on that?
I think it was good.
Yeah, it sounded good.
Thank you. It's a new guitar. It's a new kind of guitar for me. It's a let's see this. It's a Taylor. It's a you should call
Wow.
it electric acoustic. It's the it's a I'm really having a blast with it. I didn't I got it out of necessity because I've been having shoulder issues and draping my arm over those big guitars and holding it in that position for a long period of time. It was very painful. I was down to about 2 songs at a time. But this is, if you can see this, but the big difference here is the thickness of this, or the lack of thickness. It's just probably a little over 2 inches thick, and
Sounds great acoustically.
thanks. I've been having a blast with the amp, with all of the effects that you can do. I've spared you those, but I put it on reverb. I can do reverb with repeat.
We'll bring it all out one day.
And I haven't figured it out yet, but it even allows me to play with myself.
Too much information.
It's amazing what they can do now.
Didn't know you needed permission.
I was a little disappointed. I thought for a minute nobody was going to jump on that.
There was a member of the Chieftains who put out an album 30 or 40 years ago called Derek Bell Plays With Himself, which was multi-tracked over the thing. So yeah, that joke's been there a long time.
Yes, it has.
Yes, but it's the first time I've ever told it, so for me it's fresh.
It could be a little bit shocking, though.
Hey, hi, Storm.
So this next song is first time I have played it anywhere. So hopefully I won't have to grimace too much as I go through it. So I'll see if I can. It's new enough that it doesn't really have a name. Sorry about the extended tuning, but there we go. No, can't do it.
Sounds like new strings.
Yeah, they are. Place I bought it from put new strings on it before they shipped it to me. But hang on one second. So. All right, here we go. The kid was cussing up a blue streak. He was kicking at the air. He wore blue jeans and a red hat, sneakers, a worn out pair. I said, what is the matter? He said, what's it to you? What do you care? Anyway. I left my pack on that damn bus. I guess it's gone to stay. And if it's alright with you, I'll just stand here and cuss. He was too young to know, too young to be told. Living's mostly losing. Living is letting go. Living is letting go. He said, you ever lose something that meant a whole lot to you? Something that could not be replaced, no matter what you do. No matter what you do. The question hit me like a cold wind that blows dust into your eyes. Turned my face from that young kid. I'll tell you why. Because grown men don't cry. Yeah, grown men don't cry. He was too young to know, too young to be told. Living's mostly losing, living is letting go. Yeah, living's letting go. Memories have sharp edges. They can cut you to the bone. Old friends run out of road, left me more alone. and sweet young angel with eyes bluer than blue. And the feel of a cold gun pressed into your back will introduce you to brand new you. The kid was cussing up a blue streak. He was kicking at the air. He wore blue jeans and a red hat, sneakers, a worn out pair. I said, what is the matter? He said, what's it to you? What do you care? Anyway, you don't care. Anyway, the kid was cussing up a blue streak.
A wonderful song.
Oh, really?
I used to be that kid. Cowboy Bob Uvello.
Oh, glad to have you back, Bob.
Yeah, man. Welcome back.
Thank you. Cussing a blue streak. Maybe that's. I think that might be the title. We'll see.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. And let's see. Getting back to Paul. Actually, Ivy has gone to bed now because she was feeling vocal. But no, she's not a catbird. She is a Quaker parrot, and she's gone to bed. But she left a calling card.
Wouldn't Quaker parrots be silent? Damn, what's that? Getting wrong with the Quaker.
Yes. She's very loud, especially when Stephen and I are talking. She
Yeah.
feels that she's compelled to contribute.
Well, we love her, but she's a pain in my ass.
Me too.
So
they said it was.
I know.
Okay.
All right, let's move on now. We heard from Bob, and now let's hear from the president of the Bob Uvello fan club.
There's Beverly.
Hey, Beverly.
Hi, long time no see.
Hi there.
Hi, Bev.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
It's nice to see you all again. And I hope everybody knows that Cowboy Bob is now hard at work on his next CD. And of course, everybody has his last one, I would hope, Deep Canyons. So he's enjoying his new guitar. And I must say, in person, with a live performance, that is the most wonderful instrument. And he's come down to my house, my mother being one of his best supporters. She loves to hear him play, but we really enjoyed hearing his new guitar. But it's nice to see everybody.
Thank you, Beverly.
It's good to see you as well.
Good to see you, Beverly.
And for those of you who don't know, Beverly made this for us. It is a catbird.
Crocheted catbird.
She crocheted it for us. And meow. She just crochets the world. She's a remarkable artist.
More than you know, even.
Well, I know she crocheted an entire aquarium.
Yeah, chess set, an aquarium.
Wow.
She's amazing.
Yes, she is. Good to see you again, Beverly.
I have a disease. It's called OCD, Obsessive Crochet Disorder.
I like it. Right.
Very fun. Very fun. So good to see you.
Here's Bob's Bunny.
What? Bugs Bunny?
All right.
Okay. I don't need this right now. You know who needs this is Jay Cunningham. And Jay writes, I think I will do my own theme, sorta. There he is. How you doing, my friend?
Good, brother.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in putting our hands together for Jay's singing spirit, Cunningham.
Okay, I'm going to do a couple of Chris Christopherson songs. And one of them is Sunday Morning Coming Down. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled through my closet for my clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirt. Then I shaved my face and combed my hair, stumbled down the stairs to meet the day. Well, I'd smoked my brain the night before on cigarettes and songs that I'd been picking. But I'd stop to light my first and watch a young kid cussing at a can that he was kicking. And as I crossed the empty street, I caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. And it took me back to somewhere. Somehow I left along the way. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of a sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. Well, I stopped beside a park and watched a daddy with a laughing little girl who he was swinging. And I stopped beside a Sunday school and listened to the songs that they were singing. And as I headed back for home, out there I heard a lonely bell was ringing. And it echoed through the canyons like the unforgotten dreams of yesterday. On that Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday makes a body feel alone. There's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of a sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. Do 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 of a sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down.
Great job.
Great job. Great song.
Yeah, it is.
Now, this song was written for one of Chris's best friend, and I think he had a little bit of an intimate relationship with her, Janis Joplin. It's called Epitaph in Blue. Her close friends have gathered Lord, ain't it a shame? Grieving together, sharing the blame. But when she was dying, Lord, we let her die. There's no use crying. It can't help her now. The party's all over. Drink up and go home. It's too late to love her and leave her alone. Just say she was someone, Lord, so far from home, whose life was so lonesome. She died all alone. Who dreamed pretty dreams that never came true. Oh, why was she born? So black and blue. Oh, why was she born? So black and blue.
Yeah. Oh, heartbreaking. Thank you for that. That's Jay. Spirit Cunningham.
All right, great.
Thank you, my brother. Now I'm gonna babble for a while here.
Okay. Wait a minute. Let me spotlight you for babbling.
I don't think I can brook your babbling.
What?
Don't think you
I
can
don't think
what?
I can brook your babbling.
Oh. Oh. What's that, stream of consciousness?
Very good, both of you. Very good.
Yeah, when we get together, we're just really stupid. Well,
Well, John's on drugs. What's your excuse?
I am too.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
know,
right.
just different drugs. Yeah. All right. So I want to talk about the MGG concert tomorrow, and Neil, you already kind of stole my thunder on this, but I'm going to go through it again and stuff. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock, Musicians for the Greater Good will be presenting another concert, this time for world peace. The World Peace and Justice Concert brings together leading musicians, friends of yours, from different countries to draw attention to the need for peaceful resolution to the many conflicts going on across the globe. You think of Ukraine and Russia, Palestine and Israel, the African countries, Asia, the Middle East, Eastern Europe, Latin America, and of course the Cold War between China and the United States. And this is going to be to benefit the Parliament of the World's Religions. It's the world's largest, most diverse, and inclusive interfaith organization. And it convenes people of faith, spirituality, and goodwill, including atheists, and putting it in a unique position to encourage and enable religious and spiritual communities to speak out on critical issues of justice, peace, and sustainability. Now, you know, MGG, you should all know pretty much, except maybe Paul, that we are an alliance of singer-songwriters who care about the environment, social justice issues, and other progressive concerns. And as I say, many of our friends will be performing there, including Stephen Martin, whoever he is, Ron Israel, Steve Azzaro, Marianne McAllister, Mike Delaney, Tom Maynard, Junko Ogawa, Michelle Abadia, and Neil Braverman, among a whole lot of people from all over the world. So hopefully you can catch it. It'll be simulcast on YouTube. And Kathy, how can people...
The easiest way to link to the live stream tomorrow is to go to musiciansforthegreatergood.org, and there's a button on the page that's easy to, it's called Watch/Listen, and you do that, and it'll take you to the to joining the live stream on YouTube. There's another link, tinyurl.com/MGG donate, which is how to donate, but will also take you to the show. But the easiest thing to do is to go to either the musiciansforthegreatergood.org website or to the Musicians for the Greater Good Facebook page. From either of those, you'll be able to join the show, and you'll have an opportunity to make a donation to this fine organization.
See why I love her?
Mwah.
All right. Thank you, Kathy. Our next performer is The Snake, followed by Marianne, followed by Ron Israel. And if you will help us get to The Snake.
To the snake.
To the these sibilant S's. There he is. All right. Looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for The Snake.
Good evening. First time out of the barn for this. Written in 1934 by Harry Warren and Al Dubin. It's from the musical Dames. My love must be a kind of blind love, I can't see anyone but you. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I played this a couple weeks ago, but it was the first time out of the barn for it, and I screwed it up. So, I'll try it again. Written by Nancy Hamilton and Morgan Lewis in 1951. Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. The darkest night, and his love is far away too. Till it comes true that you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's music, how near or far. Somewhere there's heaven, that's where you are. The darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you do, how still my heart, how high the moon. this music, I'll fade the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. There is no moon above, and love is far away too. Till it comes true that you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's music, how near, how far. Somewhere there's heaven, that's where you are. Darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you do, how still my heart, how high the moon. Until you do, how still my heart, how high the moon.
It's a nice song.
Real good, man. That snake, Eric the Snake Gullickson. He's the man. So we're going to look up Marianne next, and then we'll dip by and talk to John McHugh, who is but a legume this evening.
But a legume.
Yes, so we'll start Marianne, and then Ron, and then John, and then Steve Azzaro. How you doing, lady?
I'm doing fine. I got an education tonight. You know, there's a button in the upper right-hand corner. If you aren't thinking, you touch it. It hides you from view, so you're not in the gallery. And I'm thinking, ooh, how'd I do that? And I was thinking, but I better be careful. And I asked a couple people, can you see me? And they said yes. And I thought,
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
you can hide
Take
from
it up.
view, and then it lets you see everybody else. That's kind of cool. But
Yeah.
then, you know, there's a certain sense of security there that isn't really there. So anyway.
Be careful.
All right, folks, put your hands together for the ever delightful Marianne McAllister.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I kind of had fun with this theme. I could probably do this theme all the time. So this is Let's Get Away from It All. I think I did this already, but it's like right for the week. I'm so tired of this dull routine. Up to town on the 8:15. Back tonight, off to bed, and then get up and start all over again. Let's take a boat to Bermuda. Let's take a plane to St. Paul. Let's grab a kayak to Quincy or Nyack. Let's get away from it all. Let's take a trip in a trailer. No need to come back at all. Let's take a powder to Boston for chowder. Let's get away from it all. We'll travel round from town to town. We'll visit every state. I'll repeat that I love you, sweet, in all the 48. Let's go again to Niagara. This time we'll check out the falls. We'll leave our hut, dear, get out of our rut, dear. Let's get away from it all. Do 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 ba do ba do 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 da ba 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 da do 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 do. Let's motor down to Miami. Let's climb the Grand Canyon wall. Let's catch a tuna way out in Laguna. Let's get away from it all. Let's spend a weekend in Dixie. I'll get a real southern drawl. to Reno, but just to play Keno. Let's get away from it all. They say there's no place quite like home, a charming garden cure. But until the world we roam, how can we be sure? Let's go again to Niagara. This time we're digging the falls. We're leaving, we're hitting the road. We're leaving, we're hitting the road. We're leaving, we're hitting the road. Let's get away from it all.
Fun.
Yeah, great.
Awesome.
Thank you. It's a fun song. And this next song, I just love this song so much. And I kind of put it away for the winter months. I'm really seasonal about my songs. And this one was written by Bernice Petkier. I don't know what else she's done, but she wrote this in 1932. It looks like Irving Berlin sometimes gets the credit for it. That's not cool. It's called Lullaby of the Leaves. Rustling of the leaves used to be my lullaby. In the sunny south, when I was a tot so high, but now that I have grown and find myself alone, cradle me where southern skies can watch me with a million eyes. Oh, sing me to sleep, lullaby of the leaves. Cover me with heaven's blue and let me dream a dream or two. Oh, sing me to sleep, lullaby of the leaves. I'm breezing along with the breeze. I'm hearing a song through the trees. That pine melody caressing the shore, familiar to me, I've heard it before. Ooh, that Southland, don't I feel it in my soul? And don't I know I've reached my goal? Oh, sing me to sleep, lullaby of the leaves. I'm breezing along with the breeze. I'm hearing a song through the trees. melody caressing the shore, familiar to me. I've heard it before. Don't I feel it in my soul? And don't I know I've reached my goal? Oh, sing me to sleep, lullaby of the
Really gorgeous. Mary Ann McAllister.
Oh, so beautiful. Wow, Marianne.
The real pro.
And by the way, you sounded great. So whatever you did tonight, you can do the same tomorrow.
Yeah, with your hot spots. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just banking my GBs. I have the hotspot that I use, and I have my phone as a hotspot. So I was just making sure they're good for the month. So
yeah,
good.
Flawless.
Thank you.
I'm going to say
Great
good
job.
night to everyone. Good night.
Night, Jay.
Good night, Jay. Talk to
See you next week.
DJ.
Had a hot date with my wife. So
Yeah.
All right.
Good for you.
Tell her we said hi.
Yeah.
Where are we going now?
We're going to visit Ron, then we'll talk to John Boy, and then hear from Steve Azzaro.
Whoops.
Okay.
I did that wrong.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Now we can see you.
Yes.
How are you?
I am good. I am just getting my paraphernalia plugged in.
Try the guitar.
That's one thing. And then I'm good to go.
I like your Obama shirt.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Hey, folks, it's Ron, Israel.
Thank you. Can't take life seriously. See it like a problem that's set in stone. Such complexity, just being born. So easy to get that way with all the self-importance that's going round. Such an urgency to stand your ground till something happens, something changes. You get a number that you didn't call, and you see it's not so serious after all. You can sit and laugh at life, look into the mirror and have a howl. Such lunacy out there on the prowl. And it's so easy to get that way, to lighten up and have a playful time. Less stressful on the mind, till something happens and something changes, and lights get turned off after the ball. And you see, it's not so funny after all. And you can sit and cry sometime and feel completely helpless and all alone. melancholy is your home. And it's so easy to get that way. Let disappointment have a daily ride. Just keep heartache close by your side till something happens, something changes. Push your teardrops on recall, and you see there's no tragedy after all. So where do these presentations fly? With time they seem just like alibis we made for some shelter and for a little shade. Now here's an old guitar player's song, picks apart where you think you belong, when you're right, when you're wrong, till something happens, something changes, things you didn't know were in store, and you see this life we lead, it's so much more, so much more.
Guitar mic has a pickup problem. Bad connection with maybe the guitar mic.
All right, I muted Ron, so that it's coming from Ron.
Yeah, Ron, you're getting a lot of noise in your signal right now.
But now we can't hear you at all.
Well, because I muted him, so
Oh!
we could tell if the sound
Oh, okay.
was
Well,
coming from
unmute him, please.
Well, I gotta find
We can find him again.
Ron, unmute yourself.
Oh, that's right. He has to unmute himself.
Yeah, you get a lot of noise.
No, it sounds like a choo-choo train.
Better now?
Yeah, what did you do?
What was that?
I just unplugged my
Guitar?
my system. No, I have this what is it called? It's something that transmits my playing. Is that worse now? Better?
It's better now. Yeah, please don't use that
Yeah,
tomorrow.
don't use that thing.
now he's mutated again.
Oh, no, now because you switched things around, I think your original sound is off. Get the noise back again.
It's happening again.
Oh man. Okay. Maybe sign off.
If your system is battery operated, you might want to make sure you get a new battery in there.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. Okay. I'll work on all that and come early for sound check.
Okay.
Good.
Anyway, so let me just add to what Stephen said about the MGG concert tomorrow. In addition to some of the really great performers from Catbird and locally based Boston people who are going to play, we have some really great musicians from other countries, including top-notch rap singer from India, someone who plays an instrument called the balafona, who comes from the African country of Mali. We have a Ukrainian bandura player, and we have singers and poets from Ukraine and Israel and other countries. So you'll get a great flavor of global music on this concert.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
Are you gonna do your second song? Because you sound okay right now. If you don't plug in that
Sound
other.
okay. But I don't think you're going to be able to hear my guitar.
Well, let's give it a shot.
See how it works.
Make sure you have original sound turned on.
Oh, turned on. Okay.
All right, now we hear you.
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah.
We hear your guitar as well.
Sun picks her head up, sees sky of blue. Here comes a new day we're all going through. Some people will be born today and take wings and fly. Some gonna fade away, some gonna die. Good morning, Africa. My name is Spain. I hear that you're thirsty, there's no need to explain. Get you water, quick as can be. You're a big part of my family. Down in the city, out on the farm, you know, everybody tries to keep safe from harm. Some hauling water, some planting seeds. So many people with so many needs. Hello, India, I'm from Peru. What in the world are we gonna do? There are so many people just poor as can be. They're a big part of my family. Internet message, it reminds everyone there's this connection to all that gets done. Nobody need wonder why they should care about what's going on everywhere. Hello, America. How do? You know everybody just looking at you. Look in the mirror. What do you see? There's a great big reflection of my family. Tell your people to get in line and learn to sing on key and carry out their family responsibility. Help a weak one to be strong, a lost one to be found, and don't neglect nobody, whole world round. Don't neglect nobody, whole world round.
Wonderful song.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Ron Israel, folks.
I'm glad you tried that, Ron. That sounded great.
Yeah, glad you figured that out. That was
Yeah.
that was a good song to hear.
Yeah,
Didn't want to miss
words,
it.
words of wisdom.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's talk to Mr. McHugh now. We'll go to John's house and see what they're up to.
I can see they is going to be used a lot in the future, I think.
Yes. Well, I won't ask how you are because I can tell you're not in the pink. But what's going on? I mean,
I'm actually much better than I was. For the people that weren't here earlier, I spent 5 days in the hospital. I had bacterial pneumonia.
Oh my gosh.
And on Friday, I went to urgent care. My temp was like 103, and they did all all the tests, just figure out what it was. And they said, no, there's nothing wrong. You're just going to have to let it run its course. So, so on Monday, I went to the emergency room. I said, I'm not just going to let this run its course. So they did all the same tests, and between those 2 times, it had turned into pneumonia. And they kept me there. They kept me there Monday night. I got out yesterday. So I've been on antibiotics, the levofloxacin, and that knocks you for a loop. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So if you do nothing else, wear a mask, and even if it's not for COVID, wear a mask for all the other monsters that are out there. Because I think that would have kept me from getting this. But I'll tell you, another good medicine is listening to all you people tonight. It's done so much for my soul, really. It's more than the week in the hospital did, I think.
Sweet John.
God bless you.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
Bless you
We love
people.
you, man.
Yeah.
Just keep healing, my friend. Keep healing.
Yeah. I've had that one, John, so I know it's hard. It's hard.
Oh, it's awful. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think it's probably like the flu. It's not. It's a lot worse.
Yeah,
And the hospital wouldn't have kept me 5 days if they thought, no, it's just a flu.
Jeez. Yeah.
No, that's serious stuff.
Yeah, RSV turns into pneumonia a lot.
Yeah.
And I think masks are good even beyond COVID. I think, at least for people of a certain age.
Yeah. Oh, I highly recommend them.
Yeah. All right. Good advice from John McHugh.
Glad you were able to be here tonight, John.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good to see you, John.
Yeah, glad you're better. Glad you're better. Stay well.
Thank you. It did me a lot of good just listening tonight.
Cool. That's awesome. Well, there's more to come.
Yes, there's more to come. We've got Steve Azzaro coming up, and then Neil Dale, and then Rick Page. Then we're going to check in with Neil Braverman.
Well, we got Storm.
And then we're going to go to Storm.
Thank you.
And Freddie. So just to let you know what's on the horizon. Steve Azzaro writes, share music from your soul. We try and often succeed. Thank you, my friend. Sisters and brothers, put them together for Steve Azzaro.
Thank you, guys. I agree with John so much. It is just uplifting to be together with a group of folks that, as far as I'm concerned, we've got a little extra perception, a little extra link to what's going on, a little better connection with each and every one of us that participates. I know each one of you would be welcome in my home as I would be welcome in your home at any time. So, John, thank you for that.
Thank you.
These songs, I've got 2 songs I'm going to sing for you. I've decided to focus on freedom and peace, and one goes hand in hand with the other. And I'm looking so much forward to participating tomorrow in the event. So this one, I'm not really sure about the title, but I call it The Burden of Freedom. And if you can think of a better title for this for me, I'd like to hear it, because it's not solid yet. There we go. Freedom's not a gift. We must always defend our rights. We must be on guard. Take care, don't let it vanish to the deep, dark night. Guaranteed by the Constitution, but still we must endure. We must be on guard. Take care, don't let it vanish to the misty night. Can I choose my own way, or do they demand control? Can I express my thoughts freely? Or do they command and control? Can I practice my chosen faith without being condemned? Or unite in dissenting protest without the fear of them? We will walk and talk and play and pray and live in freedom every day. But be on guard, take care, don't let it vanish to the ominous night. We won't be silenced, we won't be left behind. We'll break those golden chains, and it's freedom we will find. Together all our people will sing a mighty freedom song. We won't be silenced, we won't relent. United we're strong. We will walk and talk and play and pray and live in freedom every day. But be on guard, take care, don't let it vanish to the shadow of the night. We won't be pawns of the royal rich, the companies or the politicians. We'll challenge abusive power and not be silenced by oppression. We'll own resources to protect our families and friends and reject lying media, put vicious corruption to an end. We will walk and talk and play and pray and live in freedom every day. But be on guard, oh take care, don't let it vanish to the empty night. Speak, act, and think without being bridled or suppressed. To own property and earn a living without being tax obsessed. Protected by due process, not corrupted by money and might. Choose our own destiny and always try to do what's right. Freedom is not a gift. We must always defend our rights. We must be on guard, must take care, don't let it vanish to the deep dark night. Guaranteed by the Constitution, but still we must endure. We must be on guard, save freedom from being lost in the dead of the night. Like smoke on a misty night.
Wow.
Oh, that was lovely.
That is a real anthem. What a beautiful song.
Thank you so much. This one will get a redo tomorrow with a couple of helpers of mine, but I thought I would do it tonight. You have to have peace, but sometimes you have to struggle and fight to regain your peace and regain your freedom, and that's what this song is about. Slava means glory. Svoboda means freedom. Slava i Svoboda Ukraine means glory and freedom to Ukraine. And I wrote this song for all the people of the world that love freedom, but especially for the Ukrainians. And when you hear the chorus, the first English, the line is in English, and then it's repeated in Ukrainian, and that's what that's about. So, Slava i Svoboda Ukraini.
my dear family. I love my fine people. I love my proud country, and I yearn to be free. Ja, jo blues vojo sinja, ja, jo blues vojo svinidad, ja, jo blues vojo Ukrajinu, ja, jo blues vojo svobodu, svobodu. As the Rechka Dnipro rushes to the deep blue sea, our brave frontier people fight for liberty. With fierce strength and courage we will endure, and once again land on freedom's shore. Glory and freedom to Ukraine. Slava i svoboda Ukrajini. Slava i svoboda Ukrajini. I love my dear family. I love my fine people. I love my proud country, and I want to be free. Ja, jo blues vojo sinja, ja, jo blues vojo svinidad, ja, jo blues vojo Ukrajinu, ja, jo blues vojo svobodu, svobodu. Mothers and fathers, summon all your strength. Sons and daughters, share spirit and soul. Companions and friends, unite to defeat the foe, so our ancestors will come to know. No road is too long to gain liberty. Slava i svoboda Ukrajini. Slava i svoboda Ukrajini. I love my dear family. I love my fine people. I love my proud country, and I need to be free. Ja, jo blues vojo simija, ja, jo blues vojo svinidad, ja, jo blues vojo Ukrajinu, ja, jo blues vojo svobodu, svobodu. Glory and freedom to Ukraine. Slava i svoboda Ukrajini. Slava i svoboda Ukrajini.
Very nice, Steve.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful, Steve.
Two inspirational songs from Steve Azzaro.
Steve Azzaro.
Hey, folks, I'm going to have to say goodnight now, but it's been nice seeing everybody. And y'all take care.
All right. Adios, amigo.
Look out for the dragons.
Adios.
All right.
All right, where are we going now?
Where are we going now? We're going to visit Neil Dale. That's what.
So am I in the spotlight? Oh, there we are.
There you are.
I want
How are
gallery
you?
back. I want my gallery back. I don't like to look at
Well,
myself.
you can do that from your end.
I did it. I did it. Now I can look at you
Okay.
instead of me.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Please welcome back Mr. Neil Dale.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, so I actually have a song on the theme. I think it's rather like a clock that's right, a broken clock that's right twice a day. But anyway, I do have a song about going outside. It's called Fine Day. I woke up to music today. Where it came from I couldn't say. I opened my window all the way, and this is what it had to say. It's such a fine day today, why don't you go outside and play? You got no reason you should stay, just find a friend and get away. It's such a fine day today, don't let your work get in the way. Don't let them try to make you stay, just hop a bus and ride away. Oh, I know you need your money, you know I need my money. Yeah, we all need some money to help us through the day. But we don't need more fast food, and we don't need more flat screens, and we don't need more plastic floating in the bay. It's such a fine day today, why don't you go outside and play? You got no reason you should stay, just find a friend and get away. It's such a fine day today, don't let your work get in the way. Don't let them try to make you stay, just hop a bus and ride away. Oh, cities getting larger and jungles getting smaller. We can't let Mother Nature get pushed out of the way. The sunshine is warming me, I hear my friends calling me, a voice that keeps telling me it's time to get away. It's such a fine day today, why don't you go outside and play? You got no reason you should stay, just hop a bus and ride away. Such a fine day today, don't let your work get in the way. Don't let them try to make you stay, just find a friend and get away. Buildings getting taller and life keeps going faster and earth keeps getting hotter almost every day. I hear the birds in the trees, I feel my life on the breeze. I'm gonna take my ease and find a better way. It's such a fine day today, why don't we go outside and play? You got no reason you should stay, just find a friend and get away. It's such a fine day today. Don't let your work get in the way. Don't let them try to make you stay. Just hop a bus and ride away. The birds getting quiet all around. Shadows grow longer on the ground. I will rest in the peace that I have found and watch the sun going down.
That was
a great song.
Very nice.
Yeah, makes
really
you feel
fun.
good, you know?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
In spite of it all.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be able to feel good sometimes.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. This song is a 4-verse summary of the Industrial Revolution. I just submitted it to the Tiny Desk concert, so it's kind of on my mind. It's called Power.
Cool.
We used to keep our houses warm by burning logs at night. Filled our lamps with whale oil to cast a little light. Our sailors crossed the rolling sea safe in their wooden hulls and sang their lonely shanties to the herrings and the gulls. We powered an economy that ran on wood and sails and sacrificed our forests and nearly all the whales. And horses pulled our carriages and made our wagons roll, till industry pushed onwards, run by steam and coal. The whales that made it through were saved by Pennsylvania oil, and overnight petroleum came gushing from the soil. And mothers shook their fists at all the cars rushing by, and taught their kids to look both ways and not up at the sky. Their menfolk left the horses, traded feed bags for a wrench. Pretty soon they'll have a Tesla and a laptop on the bench. 'Cause gasoline and diesel took us pretty far, but you can drive around the world in your electric car. Aborigines will tell you, and the Lakota too, that the undiscovered country is right inside of you. That's where you'll find adventure, that's where the challenge lies. And that's how we will talk to our neighbors in the skies. You know, I got the verses wrong. This is actually the next verse. Now little boys love power. They dream of thunder clouds and dinosaurs and rocket ships and anything that's loud. Some grow up to be engineers, still dreaming of that fire. And they won't quit until they put the sun inside a jar. But then their sons will want to put a colony on Mars. And maybe then they'll want to shoot a rocket at the stars. But wiser hearts say power has somewhere else to go, and the energy inside us is meant to help us grow. Now this verse. The Aborigines will tell you, and the Lakota too, that the undiscovered country is right inside of you. That's where you'll find adventure, that's where the challenge lies. And that's how we will talk to our neighbors in the skies. Let's leave fusion and uranium behind with other toys, and offer real adventures to our little girls and boys. And you won't wake up the chickens with that gutsy Harley roar, but with the sun for your power, you don't need more.
I couldn't agree more.
Wow.
Some
Says it
real
all.
insight.
Says it all.
Neil Dale.
Nice, Neil.
Wow.
How cool.
Please, you're up.
All right. We got Rick Page coming up next. Then we'll check in with the Jewish elf. And
Hey, Rick.
Rick, how are you feeling?
You doing good?
I'm not gonna complain because no one listens. But anyways, I'm here.
But we do
Yes.
care, so
Yeah, we do.
yeah.
Thank you.
Hope you're feeling better.
I'm not liking the snow, but whatever.
right.
You got snow. We just got wet down here in Hull.
Oh, we got cement. We got. It was terrible. It's still terrible. My muscles hurt now. So if my arm falls off, it's because of that. So
Okay,
let's
well,
soldier on.
We will envision that not happening. All right, folks, let's hear it for Rick Page.
Right, Rick.
Thank you. This song is based on a true story, but it's about a mistaken identity. You'll get it. I thought I saw you today. You did not look my way. Saw you staring there while you pretend to fix your hair. Saw you look at me, reflections in the mirror. How could it be? Think of something to say, but my pride got in the way. We left things undone, no conversation starter came to mind. Words seemed so unkind, nothing to say, so I said none. So I turned and faced the wall. Took pen and paper, wrote this scroll. It's been so long, I just recall those nights we spent in Montreal. Scenes the best of times, French plays and pantomimes fade from memory the longer you're away from me. From the corner of my eye, I saw you there and nearby. Got my courage up, stood and walked out of view. I looked and quickly turned when I saw it wasn't you. So I turned and faced the wall. Took pen and paper, wrote this scroll.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was
Oh, it was very beautiful. Yeah.
Really?
What a night.
Really, seriously. Fabulous night.
Thank you very much. Okay, so this song is also based on a true story. When a lot of us are at a certain age in this group here. When I was younger, the big thing is to go down to buy the latest records. And on Saturday, we'd save up our money. We wouldn't have a lot of money, but we'd go down and look at all the records and buy one. And this song is about that. Vinyl. Yeah. Long ago, living in my childhood home, Saturday, went to Mitchell's department store. lower floors, bins and bins of vinyl. This week's release, the altarpiece, flipping through liner notes and pictures, gods of the day, photos risque. She lives on Love Street, lingers long on Love Street. Make a choice, only one I could afford. My inner voice helps me choose, so rest assured. My collection growing, $4.69 each. I'll be foregoing, so save your speech. Next week's selection marked in my memory. On reflection, nana, unless there's one. Time has passed, bought cassettes and compact discs. None have lasted, vinyl sitting how I miss. One day, while looking through memories standing, LP still there. It seems unfair, an old friend waiting, the warm sound baiting, the cracks and blips, the pops and skips, justified rewards, vinyl lives once more. She lives on Love Street.
Oh my!
That's a
Remarkable,
Remarkable,
incredible talent.
I want
Rick
to ask
Page.
you something. Can I ask you something? Anybody? Of course, we get the record and then play it over and over and over. But was it true that there was groove fatigue, and you weren't really supposed to play it many times in a row, or is that just?
That has changed.
Sure, it was just
Yeah,
plastic.
well, yeah, it's true, but they still lasted longer than cassette tapes.
Yeah.
And vinyl is back now. Everything, all the artists are coming out with vinyl in addition to CDs. We've got a great turntable, and the vinyl today is better. Here, this really irritates me. Back in the day, they told us that there was a vinyl shortage, and that's why they replaced vinyl with cassette tapes, which were much worse. And in fact, it wasn't even true. There wasn't a vinyl shortage. They just wanted to introduce this new technology.
Yeah.
And then, so everybody threw away their turntables and bought cassette tapes. Then they came out with CDs, so everybody threw their cassette players away. And now we've got the cloud, so everybody's throwing their CDs away. And every time that happens, some of our culture gets lost.
Yeah.
Not everything is transferred as we go on. So yeah, I guess get yourself a turntable.
I'm sure most people here.
Losing
most
8
of us-
tracks was not a problem.
The what was?
Losing 8 tracks.
Oh, right. Forgot all about those.
And we skipped that.
Yeah. Oh, geez. And the vinyl that comes out now, it's in much better quality. It's thicker. It lasts longer. And another difference is that usually the recordings that go on them are recorded digitally
Oh.
instead of analog.
Huh.
So there you go. Thank you so much for that, Rick.
Yeah.
Once again, Rick Page. Woo.
Karen, you know how they get the stereo recording on a single groove?
No.
The left half of the groove has different bumps than the right half. And that's how it works. That's how it works. And that's
Okay.
the left half would be the left channel, and the right half of the groove would be the right
That's
channel.
true. That's
Yeah.
true.
I did not know that.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
We
I
still
used
have
to work
yards
I used
of
to work for RCA
LPs.
Records, and they would print the records, and they call it stamping process. The
Yeah.
vinyl would be heated, and then they have a metal stamper that would come down and make the grooves. But to Karen's point, and also to John's point, if you have a needle and that needle isn't precise, and the pressure that the needle is falling on the grooves isn't proper, what it'll do is just wear those away. And what you will get is hiss and pops and all sorts of things to eventually it will, based upon the needle, just wear it out. It's very
Yep.
true.
The
Well,
groove
there's
is
such a thing
actually a
as-
V shape. Groove is
Yeah.
actually a V shape.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. Vinyl is final.
It's fascinating that they were able to figure that out. Yeah. That long
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, really.
Absolutely. Okay, so good to know. We'll move on, and we'll check in with Neil if he's not out shoveling snow.
Did you find
Yeah.
any, Neil?
Did you find any snow out there?
I couldn't find any. You know,
No, we couldn't find any here either.
yeah,
Gosh. Well, this guy, Neil, and it's true that anyone that knows you knows that you have always gotten more out of giving to others than from anything else. And you have my respect and love. And you never change. It's you. It's just you. You know.
back
Uh,
all of you.
oh,
And
what's going on?
well, I'll be gonna be really brief today because I've had laryngitis now for a week.
Oh, great.
As many of you know, so I'm going to try to just be quiet for a little bit. But I just want to let you know that I think everything that could be said about our upcoming concert tomorrow has already been said. I won't go there, but I do want to let you know that I've been in touch with TJ, um, uh, and I asked TJ if there was anything she wished me to share at Catbird for tonight, and she said, "Please do." And this is exactly what she asked me to share with you all, because you all mean the world to her. Um, could you just ask me to say that your outpouring of love for my Mio helped carry me through the hard, lonely times, and I will carry that through my heart always. And she's just amazed at all the love and all the caring that she has felt in so very many different ways. So I want to, on behalf of PJ and Chris, thank you all for that. That means the world to them. So I
Oh,
was
thank
very
you. She's good people too.
really
You know. Yeah. And then we spoke a little bit earlier about maybe somehow getting together a retrospective of Chris Lee's music.
Yeah, and King Yi is working on a Chris Lee YouTube channel.
Oh, great.
King Yi
Outstanding.
got all
And
of
maybe,
the videos at ROM anyway, and I know a lot of Catbird too.
and yeah, that's right. We've got a lot of stuff. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the tapes that he made. Where are those? Does PJ have those?
The ones that I actually have, no, PT doesn't have any of that yet. And I also got, thanks to Steve Friedman, he saved three CDs, three songs that Chris Lee had actually asked him to save at ROM. And I will send you a copy, and I'll ask Steve to make up some more copies as well. I've sent a few already, so.
That's great. Yeah, he was a great singer-songwriter. You know, funny how life works out that way.
Oh, yeah.
Cheap and superficial.
I think John McHugh, this past summer, John McHugh actually did, I think we did some videos at the Quincy Farmers Market with Chris and everybody there.
I did. I'll look back.
I think when you're up to it only, but I'll keep my mouth quiet until
All
tomorrow.
right.
See you
Yeah,
tomorrow.
don't talk until tomorrow night, and
Good night.
and we'll see you. I'm not going to be talking until tomorrow night either.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got these throat prospects. Thank you so much. Hey, that's Neil Braverman, the Jewish elf.
He's awesome.
He's so
Okay.
joyful.
Joy. All right.
Joyful.
Goodness. All right, what is next? Oh, storm is brewing on the horizon here. How are you? How are you doing, Storm?
Uh, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
We know.
I, I'm feeling physically and emotionally a bit exhausted, I guess is the best way to put it. But things like this keep me going. So.
Good. Glad you could be here.
Good. If there's any way that we can keep you positive, we would take that avenue. We've got to keep a sense of perspective, a sense of humor, and
I mean, as far as I can tell, Mariah's doing well in her new house, but it's really hard to get any information, and most everybody I have contact with has English as a second language, and it's challenging.
Do you drive? Do you have a car? Do you drive?
No, I can't drive because of my autism.
Okay. Well, there's got to be a way that you can get up and see her.
Yeah, probably in the spring. I mean, right now there's no sense. They can't go anywhere.
Right.
Can't
right.
be there
And
for
it'll
a
be
long
mud
period
season.
of time. So.
Yeah. Well, just stay positive, my friend. Let us know if there's anything we can do, please.
Oh, thanks.
All right, folks, give it up for Storm.
Okay, so I thought I'd inject a little humor and at the same time tackle the grammar theme. Okay, the poem's mine, the song is not. And my second piece is more on the outdoor theme, but okay. If I think that this is called Philosopher's Woes. If I think that I'm thinking too soon, then my thinking is causing my doom. Yet if I am not, I cannot be. So if I'm not thinking, what's troubling me? Oh, the pirates in their fetid galleons, daggers in their skivvies, with infected tattooed fingers on a blunderbuss or two. Signs of scurvy in their eyes, only mermaids on their minds. It's from them I would expect to hear the F word, not from you. We sit down to have a chat. It's F word this and F word that. Can't control how you young people talk to one another. But I don't want to hear you use that F word with your mother. There are lumberjacks from Kodiak vacationing in Anchorage, enchanted with their coal tar soup and caribou shampoo, with 7 months of back pay in their aromatic woolens. It's from them I would expect to hear the F word, not from you. We sit down to have a chat. It's F word this and F word that. I can't control how you young people talk to one another. But I don't want to hear you use that F word with your mother. There's the militant survivalists and Gucci bandoleros taking tacky khaki walkie-talkies to their rendezvous, trading all the latest armor-piercing ammo information. It's from them I would expect to hear the F word, not from you. We sit down to have a chat. It's F word this and F word that. I can't control how you young people talk to one another. But I don't want to hear you use that F word with your mother. There are those who think that God himself is brawling in the grandstand in a cold November downpour with a nostril full of glue, whose entire grasp of heaven has a lot to do with football. It's from them I would expect to hear the F word, not from you. We sit down to have a chat. It's F word this and F word that. I can't control how you young people talk to one another. But I don't want to hear you use that F word with your mother. There's unsavory musicians with their filthy pinko lyrics who destroy the social fabric and enjoy it when they do, with their groupies and addictions and their poor heartbroken parents. It's from them I would expect to hear the F word, not from you. We sit down to have a chat. It's F word this and F word that. I can't control how you young people talk to one another. But I don't want to hear you use that F word with your mother. We sit down to have a chat. It's F word this and F word that. I can't control how you young people talk to one another. But I don't want to hear you use that F word with your mother.
Norm.
Oh gosh. Gee whiz.
Golly.
The poem was mine. The song is by Lou and Peter Berryman. It's called A Chat with Mother.
That's funny.
That's great.
Okay.
I would never use the F-bomb with my mother.
My brother got his mouth washed out for using the word crud. He got his mouth washed with ivory soap for crud.
Ew. I hate
I
that.
remember watching TV. I think Laugh-In was on, so it was like late 60s. We lived in a house. I couldn't have been 5 years old. And it was a family in it was a Zest commercial, and the family was all in towels sitting in front of the screen. And they're talking about this, and the girl says, "Mom, I feel gross." And one of us turned to Mom and said, "What does gross mean?" She says, "I'm not sure, but I don't want to hear you use it."
Oh my.
I got over that.
Those are the days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
What else you got?
Inside the envelope. And this still fits the grammar theme, although it also fits the outdoor theme. Inside the envelope. We have been caught up, closed inside a letter of winter, our red hats and noses punctuating separate thoughts, separate sequences. When gray squirrels run across blank paged landscapes, they leave semicolons as footprints. Rabbit tracks are exclamation points. Quickly, though, all comments are erased by wind, blotted out by snow. This is necessary if the missive is to be continued sometime, even though we are already sealed inside this bleak envelope, waiting for our delivery to spring. Even deep in winter, the sun will rise. The sun will rise. The sun will rise. Even deep in winter, the sun will rise. Even on the darkest days. Even deep in winter, the birds will sing. The birds will sing. The birds will sing. Even deep in winter, the birds will sing. Even on the darkest day. Even deep in winter, love will grow. Love will grow. Love will grow. Even deep in winter, love will grow. Even on the darkest days. Even deep in winter, the sun will rise. The birds will sing. Love will grow. Even deep in winter, the sun will rise. Even on the darkest days. Even deep in winter, the sun will rise. The birds will sing. Love will grow. Even deep in winter, the sun will rise. Even on the darkest day.
Lovely.
Absolutely.
The poem is mine. The song is Even Deep in Winter by Stuart Stotts.
Stuart Stoffs?
Yes, Stotts.
Stotts. Okay.
And Stuart is Stuart.
So lovely song. Yeah, yeah. And thank you so much. Let's hear it for Storm.
Yeah, Storm.
Woo!
Fantastic.
All right. So we're coming down to the proverbial bitter end. I do want to let you folks know that that next Saturday is Dream Day. Dream Day. And it's also the beginning of Termite Awareness Week. And of course, March is Women's History Month, so there's always that for the remainder of the month. So, just so you know. Now, where's Freddie? I hear him. I see him.
I hear him. Yeah.
There he is. There he is. There
It's
he is.
Freddie.
All right, Freddie.
Hola.
Hey, Freddie. I know. Storm probably wants to put his earplugs in to listen to you. But have you ever used the F word to your mother?
Not really going my way, but my sisters do sometimes when they're agitated.
Yeah, I know some mothers that use that word for their kids.
Yeah, I don't use it around my mother. Although the first song she ever heard on the radio that I played was "Throw Mama from the Plane." She might live if you throw her from a train. So do you really put this running from a plane?
All right, folks, hold on to your pretty pink panties because it's Freddie K.
And next Saturday also we change the clocks, so it'll be nice to get a little more light in our night. Yes,
Less depressing.
yes. Unless you're a morning person. Just gonna do a little segue into money and paper towels. Sometimes I feel like just playing the fiddle. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm just playing the fiddle. Wrong, 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 ba, 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 wrong. Sometimes I'm so lonely, standing in a crowd. Flags are flying everywhere, the churches are let down. And the saviors of the corporate world have got beautiful dreams. My hair, my hair, my hair, paper towels. Yeah, my hair, paper towels. Somewhere there's a preacher preaching the wonders and glories of Christ. Getting back into his limousine, going back to his worldly paradise. Well, somewhere there's a little boy picking through a garbage dump, looking for a few easily pieces of rice. Somewhere there's an oil man living in a big white house. It's just a puppet on a string, just a Zionistic mouse. Well, the souls of Christ are getting thinner on the battlefield, trying to reach the last sinner. Well, the dogs of war getting fat off the cunningness of the Babylonian cat. Well, the dogs of war getting fat off the ignorance of this and that. Sometimes I'm so lonely, standing in the crowd. Flags are flying everywhere, and the churches are let now. And the saviors of the corporate world are cutting beautiful trees.
Well, all right. Oh, quick question: was that Zionistic mouse?
Zionistic mouse. It's just
Wow.
I wrote this down.
That's
I
great.
wrote that back when Bush was in the White House, 2007.
Oh, okay. Oh
That's a good
man,
song.
only Freddie.
Really good song.
Okay.
Okay, this is an old one. Oh, Vicarious Junkie, or AKA Sweet Heroin. That's how old this song is, when there was still heroin around. Be hard pressed to find out now. All fentanyl now.
Yeah.
Why grow it when you can produce it in a factory? I hope. She just don't care. I hope for her, the pain's just not there. So they let my soul sister ride off in the wind. I lost our love. I lost another friend. Lost another friend. Sweet, 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 sweet heroin. Sweet, sweet, I can't put notes in. Heroin. Mr. Vicarious Junkie to the bitter end. Vicarious Junkie to the bitter end. She's tall, she's lean, she's beautiful. She's so sharp. You all end up with her needles stuck in our hearts. She's a siren, a vixen and a siren, all rolled into one. To get her love, souls are lost. Tall shit, man. They just run aground. The taste of her kisses will leave you spellbound. Like Icarus, just fly to the sun. It's her love, just fucking burns everyone. It burns everyone. Shit, man, I hope. She just don't care. I hope the pain is just not there. They let my soul sister right off in the wind. I lost our love. I lost another friend. sweet, 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 sweet heroin. Just a vicarious junkie to the bitter end.
Indeed.
Fred.
Freddie K, folks. They broke the mold. Some of you probably don't know, you newer folks don't know that I, for one, am a recovering addict. It's been a long time, but you don't get up in front of your AA group and say, "Hi, I'm Steve. I'm not an alcoholic anymore." You're always in recovery, and what you also may not know about Freddie is that he ministers to people, to addicts, and people with all kinds of problems that everyone else has given up on. And he is the founder and director of the Freddie K. Christian Action Fellowship, and I love the guy. And I guess that's all I got to say about him.
Respect.
Respect.
Thank you, Forrest.
Thank you, Freddie.
All right. And one more time, next Saturday is Dream Day. Next week is Termite Awareness Week. And this month is Women's History Month. So take your pick, or whatever you fucking A want to say. So I want to thank you, Freddie, and I want to thank Neil and Storm, and Rick and Neil Dale and Steve and Ron and Mary Ann and Snake and Jay and Bob and Jade and Karen and Rich and Paul and Tom and Phil and Mike and Michelle for being who you are and what you do, and all the beautiful songs that come out of your hearts and souls and mouths. And thank you also. I forgot to mention YouTubers out there in YouTube land. Thank you for watching and listening, and to you legumes in the peanut gallery as well.
Legumes.
Yep. And that's all I got to say, except as the Lakota say, Mitakoye Oyasi. We are all related. And Wakantan Kanishiyun. May the Great Spirit walk with you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Steve and
everybody.
Much
It
love.
was a lovely night.
Many blessings.
Thanks,
Tom,
everybody.
thank you for all your help with everybody.
Really.
You're amazing,
Yeah.
Tom.
Yep. Love you guys.
Yes.
Love you
Great
too.
Love you,
Thanks
Sue.
a
Good to
lot.
see you
Thank
tonight.
you.
Kathy.
Good
Good night, all.
Good night.
All right. Night,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Good night. Thanks.
Right.
Bye-bye.
See you next week. Bye.